Welcome to the Backup Level Up podcast. I'm Janet Khoshaba from Rewind, live from Atlassian Teams 26 in Anaheim, California, talking with founders, executives, and professionals about setbacks, incidents, and inflection points that shape how modern teams build, scale, and come back stronger in the age of AI and DevOps. I'm here with Anthony from Movonte. Anthony, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. My name is Anthony D'Ambrosio. I work for Movonte. I'm an account executive. And really at the end of the day, what I do is I just help customers solve problems. I play their therapist. I listen to what they have to say, and then I just kind of find a way of helping them solve their problems at the end of the day. It's not really about selling anything. It's just really trying to help a customer get to a point where they feel like they've got something accomplished.
Nice. So what's something you genuinely enjoy most about your role at Movonte?
So for the longest time, I've always liked helping people. So I like solving problems, even if people don't want it solved, right? So I tend to give my opinion more often than I should to people, and sometimes it comes over well, sometimes it doesn't. But at the end of the day, when it's work related, people want to hear my opinion, right? So if I'm out with my friends, they did something wrong, made a mistake, I'm like, hey, I think you should have done something different. Like, I wasn't really looking for that. But when someone's on the phone with me, they're looking for that advice, and that's one of the things I really like.
That's nice. That's nice. So Anthony, let's rewind a little bit. What originally pulled you into this space or this industry?
So I've been in the tech space for a very long time. And throughout that, one of the things I've noticed is when I've worked on support desks or any organization, there was always lack of process. There was always, things didn't really flow well. People didn't really collaborate very well. Things are very siloed. So I've been in the space for a very long time, back when, it was like Microsoft DOS, a really long time. So I had the opportunity to work for another company in the space. They brought me on, did some my experience, and at that time I was actually building out an online platform, and they liked the fact of what I was doing. It related to their business, and then I kind of got pulled into the ITSM space, and I've been in here for a while now.
That's great. So was there a specific moment where this shifted from an interest into something you actually wanted to seriously pursue?
Yeah, that first organization that I worked for, it was great. I learned a lot. It was the first time I had to come into a customer's environment and really kind of talk about how they do things, addressing processes, things of that nature, and that just grew on me. And then I moved into training roles and other types of roles. And and throughout my career, I've been an implementation consultant, I've been a trainer, and an account executive, and everything in between.
That's awesome. So you're a man of many hats, huh?
Sure, of course.
Yes. So how did you go from that initial idea to something real? So your first sale or customer or meaningful traction?
So relating back to one of my early businesses, it was really hard to start from the beginning, right? Having to learn to start from scratch. Zero customers, zero business, and learning how to just speak to people and learn how to engage with people. I mean, that was the most meaningful thing. You make a lot of mistakes along the way, right? And then eventually you get the gist of it, of how to engage with people, how to really understand and work with people. And I would say that was probably the biggest thing that helped me with my career, right? And then the second thing that helped me is as a hobby, I like to dance. So, when you go to a club, someone says no, you get you're a little shy, whatever, right? But being able to hear no multiple times and they become yeses, and then when you get really comfortable and become very confident, you get more yeses.
Yes.
Because people are trusting in you, they feel confident in working with you. So I can relate that, and it's actually helped me grow in my career and in my personal life, because I've learned how to be more comfortable and more confident in the things that I'm doing, and then it's kind of helped broaden.
So what kind of dancing?
I do salsa and bachata.
Oh, nice. I love that. Yeah, that's very good. So looking back, what was harder than you expected at that stage that you just described?
It's just the stepping in, right? Most people say no when they're trying to do something. It's just no, I can't do that. I'm like, why? Because they're going to say no. It's how do you know that? Did you ask?
It's fear, right?
Yeah, right, yeah. So once you get past that, you just learn that, everybody's just people, right? Whether you're talking to a CEO of a company or you're talking to the janitor in a company, right? We're all people. At the end of the day, we all are the same, right? So you just got to understand. You just got to learn how to engage with people and just, be yourself. And it's very easy from that point on to just become comfortable with who you are as an individual.
That's great. So what did you have to learn quickly to adapt?
Not to be shy. I was very shy at one point,
that.
but I've changed a lot. You wouldn't know that.
No. Yeah, but you're not shy. You're nice. You're very confident, outgoing.
I appreciate that.
Well-spoken. So let's talk about the turning point. What was the moment when things really started to click for you, Anthony? Was it a decision, a hire, a market shift? What actually changed the trajectory of your career?
I would say my success rate. So, at first as you're learning, you're making a lot of mistakes, you have a lot of failures, and you kind of feel like this is not the right thing for you, right? You're not, people say no, they don't really want to buy what you're selling or whatever it is when you're engaged with people. At a certain point, I realized that as I keep trying, I was getting better. My success rate started to increase. And now to the point where when I engage with people, I'm just really there to listen, and I try to help people solve problems. So once I realized that was really kind of where I need to be and where to go, it's really helped like move my career forward versus like, hey, I have this product I want to sell you. Here's how it can fix your problem. But I don't know if they have that problem, right? So I never walk into speak with anybody in general as trying to like push something. I want to understand what they need first, and if I can help, I can help. If I can't help, it's like I can't help you, and maybe someone else will be better fit for it, and kind of being comfortable and confident to say that to a company.
That's great. So what's one lesson that fundamentally changed how you operate today?
Treat people like people, right?
Treat people like people,
right?
I like that.
Yeah, just, at the end of the day, no matter where you work, everybody has, initiatives, quotas, things that you have to meet, but that doesn't help you, engage with people, right? You kind of got to focus on people each person as an individual, kind of understand who they are, build those relationships, and everything's really relationship based, right? And throughout my majority of my career, I've kind of focused on that more than anything.
The human connection and the networking, right?
Yeah, that's why I enjoy these type of events.
I love it, yeah. And this podcast, right?
Of course.
Yeah. So, Anthony, if someone is trying to get into that next level right now or step into a role similar to yours, what should they focus on that actually moves the needle? So if there's one piece of advice that you can give our watchers and our listeners, what would it be?
Is just keep trying, right? You're going to get a lot of no's. People are like, you don't have the experience. How do you find it? Just look for opportunities, whether it be volunteering, whether it be just like, finding ways within the organization to kind of get into the position you want. I mean, it's not hard, right? If there's already somebody in the role and you want that role, you got to kind of learn to work, learn from people. Listen is the key thing. I would say the one thing I've learned is most people don't listen when people are giving advice. They're like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Or they don't really listen. It kind of goes over their head. You got to really pay attention. If someone's really giving you their time and their advice and they're spending that time to kind of like help you grow in your career or just even personally listen to what they have to say. You could do nothing with it if you choose to, but at least hear the person out without saying no.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that be patient, don't give up, and always listen.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? That's great. That's great advice. So to wrap up here, where can people connect with you and learn more about what you're building?
Sure, you can reach out to me. My email address is anthony@movonte.com, or you can look me up on LinkedIn. My name is Anthony D'Ambrosio, and feel free to reach out.
And what's next? Anything exciting on the horizon that you can share at Movonte?
Sure. So Movonte is a newer solution partner for Atlassian. We're growing. We're a gold partner at this point. We're doing a lot of growing. We're expanding the business, and I feel confident enough that I can help address most of the customers' needs in the space and help the company grow.
That's great. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
All right.
Learned a lot. I'm excited to see your growth, your career growth, and what's next for Movonte. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.